At the end of the day, that's what it boils down to. This conversation today is about, it's an extension to what we discussed yesterday. Prepare, anoint, and walk. That's a series that I'm expounding upon and have been expounding upon for the last week, and will continue to do so for today, because this is the end of the week. So I've been expounding upon it for the past week and all of this week. And today I want to speak to a particular aspect of prepare, walk, anoint, and walk. I put some videos that I saw on social media on my Instagram page, and they all surround COVID. A couple of weeks ago, a couple of weeks ago or so, within this month, I had spoken to COVID because I was reminded of COVID and what Spirit had showed me during that time. And because much time has passed since COVID, I've had time to reflect, I've had time to engage, I've had time to ponder and see what the ramifications of all that whole cycle of events turned into. And I saw yesterday, or was it today? I can't recall. Yesterday, or I don't know. I think I posted it yesterday, of Mr. Fauci going to court. The doctor that came and was so heavily supported in his ideology of the vaccines and doing what he thought was the right thing. You see, COVID was a strange time, y'all. It was as if this ghost had come upon us. And nobody really knew how to attack it. We were all held hostage by an invisible threat that nobody could touch or feel. The entire planet. This was not a domestic crisis. This was a crisis that started off very small in a very distant place, and within hours, it reached international levels. They couldn't figure out where exactly it had touched down outside of where it initially began. They couldn't trace the hand of this invisible monster, this invisible ghost. But we saw the results of what seemed like, what the results of interacting with this ghost was. It was sickness. It was unalivement for many people. It distinguished the strong from what others would consider the weak. The elderly and those that suffered from pre-existing health crises were the number one threat. They were the ones that were threatened the most by this invisible ghost. COVID disallowed us from congregating with our loved ones. Even our children, we would distance ourselves from. We became acclimated with sitting alone for the first time ever. And it was as if it was a spiritual test of sorts to see what we default to. Do we go within and trust the knowing that resides within us, and then allow our minds to follow that knowing? Or do we look outside of ourselves for direction? It was an interesting time because it limited what we align to outside of ourselves. We had to make do during COVID with what we had already. The support systems, that we default to in times of crisis were no longer available. We could not congregate in any church setting. This is not domestic. Internationally, all across this planet. It broke up our rhythm. Even in distant spaces, people could not openly congregate and pray at certain intervals during the day as they normally would. All while facing a monster, a demon, a ghost. During the most important time, the time that we would think we would need one another the most, we were disallowed from congregating. The time we would need to pack the churches the most, we were disallowed from entering within the doors. And we had to sit in what we already had and allow that to sustain us. During COVID, many people would do anything to protect themselves from this demon, this monster, this ghost, this invisible threat. And they would look to the media, and they would look to rumor and gossip mills for any details as to what's going on, any insider knowledge that someone would have, anything the government would tell us to do, many people would be willing to do. And yet there's no right or wrong in that. It was just an avenue that showed you yourselves. It showed you what you default to. What your normal rhythm is in this life. Because that's what happens when serious situations come upon you. Life or death stuff. It simmers you down to what you think is real important. And even though people didn't know if they should take the vaccine or not, many people didn't trust the government. They didn't trust the vaccine. Many people did. Yet even those that did not trust and those that did went against themselves at times, some of them rather, and took the vaccine. They allowed a foreign substance into their body they know nothing of, out of fear. Fear of losing a job, losing money, losing favor amongst people, and losing their lives. These factors drove people, many people, to do things that they innately felt that they should not. It drove them to blindly accepting things and hoping for the best. Many people will say, oh, you can't hope for the best. Hope doesn't change things. Hope doesn't do that. You've got to face things head on. You've got to do this and do that. COVID was the opportune moment to view everybody. You got to see really the truth of people. What they default down to when things get really serious. Do you run and hide and follow blindly? Or do you go within? Now, I'm not saying that those that got the vaccine Follow all of those that got the vaccine, follow blindly. There were many people that got the vaccine because they really believe in the vaccine. I'm not saying the vaccine is right or wrong. I am in no way judging Mr. Fauci at all. I am in no way judging those people that actually judge other people for not getting the vaccine. You see, during COVID, a climate was being created out of fear between those that got the vaccine and those that didn't. All because they felt as if those that got the vaccine or were supportive of the vaccine felt like those that didn't were putting other people in harm's way. And because of that, they were very vocal about it. And I can understand both sides of the equation. Yet I don't want to get boggled down in the emotional aspect of that, the right or wrong of it. I'd like to stay at an aerial perspective on this so that we understand the phenomena that happened. The emotion, okay, great, but the mindset. Because this same mindset is prevalent in the world still. Many of us go about life on autopilot. The only thing we're really connected to is comfort, money, friendships, possessions, and the stability of such. What COVID showed is how people respond during times that they feel vulnerable and need protection. It showed that clear as day. The aim